It's the mind behind the curtain with your hosts, Alex and Jose.
What up, y'all?
How y'all doing? Get ready, because we're going to talk about the yin and the yang.
The bad, the good.
Everything universal, the positive and the negative.
The evil.
And the good, the wrong.
The unknown.
And that's right. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And it's up to you, the listeners and the audience, to believe it or not.
That's right. Here we go. Here we go, y'all. That's right, baby.
We are back.
We are back for another episode of The Mind Behind
the Curtain.
And it's a hot one today, man. Woo!
Oh, it's like
I got my handkerchief out like an old man.
28 out, something like that.
Yeah, man. We were hitting like the 30s, I think.
Yeah.
All right, man. So let's get right into this, bro.
Yeah.
This episode is gonna be called Discipline versus Motivation. Yeah, man. And we're gonna start off with a speech that we both agreed on.
Definitely.
That was like a really powerful speech.
Well, I think this is one of the best speeches in history.
I agree, bro.
And
I agree.
and is done by somebody we wouldn't even think it would be coming from.
Right.
Which is really crazy.
Charlie Chaplin, right?
Yeah.
And we just lost us. These things happen. These things happen. Talking about motivation and discipline.
There you go.
I had to reach it down. All right, so let's see. Well, let's get right into it, man. Let's play it and let the audience hear it.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men. Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world. A decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill their promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Wow, bro.
That's so powerful.
I think it's perfect for its time, man. Like
For right now?
especially for what we're going through right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that speech is great, man. There was a part there that I see where Scarface got some of the script from, especially when he says, they tell you what to do, what to say, what to think.
Yeah.
Right?
That
Tony
right
Montana
there is so powerful now
powerful.
for this time and age, man.
So powerful. And then how he refers to like the soldiers as like men or cattle being controlled by
Machines.
men of machines, turning them into machines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so perfect for its time because right now more than ever,
That's what's happening.
We see it happening in front of our faces, man.
Yeah.
And now the other thing too is, will the power be given back to the people? Right? Will it be given to the people?
Will it?
So
I don't know.
we're gonna stick to the topic: discipline versus motivation.
Yeah.
And all right, man. So they say that discipline is the best motivation. Right? And I believe so because, for example, my first experience with discipline was when I was a kid, and I went and I took some karate lessons, man. And I started learning all these moves and stuff because I was a fan of Bruce Lee, right? So I wanted to just be like Bruce Lee, and I never looked at it as as a way to provoke a fight, but I always thought if I ever get into a fight, I'll know how to defend myself, right? And one of the things that I learned along the way when I started taking other classes, and I got really immersed into it, I was like, man, this takes a lot of discipline. Like you need to listen to your teacher, you need to be fit, and not only that, but you do not take what you've learned out into the streets and just do it to provoke fights.
Same thing with me, Kung Fu.
Right.
And you know who my teacher was? Steve Lee.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
right
the
on,
guy
man.
from Rambo.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
on, brother.
Yeah. And same thing, exactly.
Yeah.
You have discipline in there, especially for self-defense.
That's right.
Right? They say that's what it's for. And for your self-confidence as well.
Right.
It helps you, right?
Exactly.
And that discipline there alone helps you outside in the world too.
True.
Right.
Now, you can say that there is good discipline and bad discipline.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, the good discipline always, it will always motivate you to get up in the morning and do something that you love. You know?
Yeah.
Bad discipline, I don't know, not so much, man. You hear about all these soldiers, for example, being conditioned under certain weather environments where they're harsh and they get beat and all this stuff.
And then also what happens when you first go and enter into the army, they say you don't need your family, we are your family. They discipline you into believing that, right?
They separate you.
Yeah, totally.
So I guess discipline could be a type of brainwashing, right?
Is, yeah.
And that could be the bad thing about it, right? Because you're being brainwashed to believe in something
for the wrong reason.
Discipline for the wrong reasons. But it builds up a motivation for you to get up and fight for your country or do something, right?
Yeah.
So,
but what are you actually fighting for for your country?
And that's what I was gonna say. You
That's
have to understand everything and read between the lines and really understand why you're doing the things that you're being disciplined for.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously, the most significant moment where you have to be disciplined and give yourself motivation, it's New Year's Eve.
Definitely.
You got a story on New Year's Eve? Your resolutions?
What I do is for my New Year's resolutions, I'll write a letter the day before New Year's Eve, right?
Right.
And explaining what I want to accomplish throughout that whole entire year.
Right.
And then I seal it. I open up the next New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow.
And see how much I achieved and what was accomplished and what was not.
Right.
Take those things that weren't accomplished, put them back into that letter for the next following year.
Right.
And try to get those done.
Right. So
and
you make a list, and how long is the list? Like
probably 10 items, maybe.
So you keep it down to 10 items.
Yeah.
And then let's say you complete like 7 of those throughout the year.
Yeah.
You put the other 3.
The extra, yeah.
To the new list.
Year, yeah.
Man, that's brilliant, bro.
Yeah.
That's great. And you know what? That kind of doesn't put pressure on yourself.
No.
Because that's another thing too. Like when you're trying to be disciplined or have some type of discipline and motivation, you don't have to be so harsh on yourself.
No, you don't.
Right?
You don't.
You can just keep it light. And if you reach some of your goals,
light and honest,
right?
That's the
because
thing. You gotta be honest to yourself. True. What you're able to take and what you're able to give, right? To yourself,
right? Because you can tell yourself like, okay, today I'm gonna exercise, today I'm gonna get to the gym, and I'm gonna eat well and all this. But then
no, I'm gonna watch a movie and couch potato.
I'll stop at A&W or Burger King on the way home.
I might do one push-up.
So you don't want to lie to yourself, right? Because you're like right there, you just lied to yourself, man. Now let's talk about why do we need discipline and why do we need motivation and where do we need this discipline and motivation?
I think me personally, more motivation than discipline.
Yeah.
You know, in this time and day, especially because we're seeing so much wrong discipline happening right now in this world. I think people need to be motivated to get away from that wrong discipline.
Ooh, that's a good point, bro.
Right?
That's a very good point.
And best motivation is to really think what you can do in this reality and in this time that's a positive aspect of your life. Because there's so much negativity right now.
Right.
From the news, media, social media, everything is so negative now. There's no real positive aspect to it.
And even when you go out into the streets, I mean, everybody's trying to police everybody, you know, and trying to tell everybody to be disciplined with like wearing the mask, staying, keeping your distance. And I totally get it, man. You're totally right. This is when we mostly need the motivation to get away from the discipline that may seem bad for us. Like we have to be so how can I say it? So cautious, so preoccupied. Always be alert of what we're doing. Like
alert is a good word,
right?
Yeah.
And so all these things is like that are being bestowed by the government on us, on the people.
And why?
Because they're trying to discipline. But is it a good...
Or is it dictatorship?
I mean, it is leading towards a dictatorship. It is
going that direction.
Big time. And then there was a thing about Trump. I don't know if I can pull it up, but Trump was saying that he admires, I think the president of China or whatever, and he was saying that he wants to be like him. I don't know if I can pull it up.
Well, that's like Trudeau. Trudeau admires him as well. I think a lot of the leaders do admire him and his aspect of what he's doing.
Because they've disciplined their people.
Because he has control over his people.
And control over their people, right? The other thing that we want to say is that, you know, when it comes to discipline versus motivation, you know, obviously when you are in the workplace, at school, with your family, at family events, all this stuff, you gotta have discipline and motivation to be at these places, right?
Motivation first to get there.
Because sometimes you don't want to go. Sometimes you're like, oh man, I got school, I got another family event.
That's an excuse.
Then you can lie to yourself. You can be like, my leg hurts. I'm sorry,
the
I
honesty I told you about.
Yeah. So the other thing is that you need to have that kind of discipline. And how do you keep discipline?
To be on your best behavior in front of family.
Right?
La familia.
La familia. So all these places you need to have, you basically need to be on, right? All the time. And there's things, for example, when it comes to the family that, for example, for me, when I go see my nephews, right? That motivates me just to think of my nephews, bro, and my niece, to watch them smile, to watch them have a great time, you know, while they're out with Uncle Pollo, right?
Yeah. Like
either like just taking an adventure out into like Lynn Headwaters or driving up the mountain, right? Like that motivates me to go see them, bro. Like that's my motivation, right? Obviously, I try to have some discipline with them. You know, I obviously I don't overload them with sugar, right? Like I'm not like, here, drink 5 pop,
or here's beer,
or here, have some beer, kid. Yeah, so you know, you need to have some discipline. Also, like, you know, when you go to work. But
sometimes you're not motivated to go.
Oh, of course, but then you have to, bro.
Yeah.
You have to, because what's the motivation for you for work?
Wow.
Right? What's your motivation?
What's everyone's motivation? Money.
That's right, right?
Straight up money. That's what really motivates everybody to get up and go, especially if you're making the right amount of money to go.
Well, obviously, that's the motivation for
Right?
a lot of us. You know, going to work because we need that money. We need to give ourselves a good life. You know, good cars, good motorcycles, whatever.
Yeah, the toys.
You know, the toys,
Yeah.
right?
But I think another motivation that really overtakes that motivation aspect is passion. If you're passionate about what you love doing and it's part of your work, then you're going to be instantly motivated to get out of bed, take a shower and go, woohoo, I'm going to go to work and I love this, you know, and you have fun with it. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. That's right. And that's the thing too, like, having fun should be a great motivation for you to get out there and do an everyday thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you really want to enjoy life at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Life to its fullest.
And live it to its fullest, man. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. When people try to shut down your discipline or your motivation, what do you do in those instances or in those moments, bro?
I believe those are negative individuals, right? So you got to just stay away from that circle. Don't allow them in your circle to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, I do meditation, right? That takes me away from all the negativity, all the negative individuals, right? And I always try to empower myself with positive individuals in my life that are going to help me motivate myself even more to do what I want to do, right? To accomplish what I want to do and all my goals.
That is very important, man. Like, honestly, if you surround yourself around positive people, then positive things will start to manifest, you know. And I agree with you. Like, if you are surrounded by people that are like
putting
you down, partying every night or drinking,
that's all you're gonna do.
If you start finding success in your life, and you know, and you feel like you're at a comfortable state in your life and you're making good money and stuff like that.
Stay in that comfort zone.
Yeah, and you know what? There's gonna be people that are gonna be like, "Come on, man, let's go party and all that." But the demise to your success is gonna be you partying, wasting your money away. You know, maybe spending 2-3 days recovering from a hangover.
Yeah.
You might become addicted to a drug or addicted to alcohol, or even sex. You never know. You might be addicted to so many things. So you gotta have a balance, right?
Look at it like this. Our podcast, okay?
Yeah, man.
We're motivated to do it. We have passion to do it, right?
Of course.
We get up because we want to do it, right? Mm-hmm. Now, say this is going to turn into a job.
Right.
We'd love it even more to get up and get it done. You know what I mean?
That's right. Yes.
But say if this was all we have, okay? And this is how it is, but we have to do this.
Yeah.
But we have to go work at the same time.
Right.
When we get to this point and we come here, we'll be like, yeah, and our topic today is I'm tired.
No, and that's the thing,
you
right?
know what I mean?
I mean, you're gonna have your ups and downs too, man. And if you do feel like you need that rest, you know, and in order to like keep your motivation going, by all means, man, rest.
Yeah.
Get some sleep. You know, go do some like R&R. You know, go find a lake or something.
Well, I mean, look at us last night. We're looking at UFOs.
we gotta get onto that topic. That's gonna be another.
Awesome.
That's gonna be our next episode.
It's gonna be
insane.
Yeah.
All right, so we touched a little bit of who influences you when it comes to discipline and motivation. You know, the other things that what you can do for yourself, you know, in order to maintain your discipline in areas in your life, in order for you to keep motivated, in continuing, right? Especially right now, man. Right now, you need more motivation than ever because
Big
of
time.
everything that's happening, right?
Yeah.
You know, we gotta still eat well. We gotta exercise, and above everything, we gotta practice positivity.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
So, where do we go to find that?
Well, first of all, when people say it's impossible to do something, look at the word impossible and what's inside impossible.
Right. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Impossible.
That's
That's
right.
what it is.
That's right. That's
Right?
right. You
So-
had something that you wanted to read too, man. I remember.
It was just what motivation means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's pull it up, man. Let's pull it up and let's go off with.
Well, motivation and what it really means and stuff like that is motivation is an important because it provides the drive for people to accomplish their goals and maintain their responsibilities to solve problems.
Right. Right. That's really good, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love Nikola Tesla, man.
Right.
Like his stuff, dude. Like he has such a network in his brain,
Right.
you know, and everything he says and everything he does, it was to improve humanity. And unfortunately, he's not around. If he was around to this day, can you imagine the difference?
Man, I wonder what he would do with basically the technology that we have now.
I don't think it would exist. I think his technology would exist.
You think his thing? I mean, obviously he was pretty advanced for his day.
He was so
right?
advanced,
and so,
man.
yeah.
Well, the progression of development of man is virtually dependent on invention.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It is the most important product of his creative brain.
Ooh, that's crazy, man. And you know what? That's the thing too, right? Like, I mean, we are all motivated by our thoughts, right? We're all motivated by what we see, what we use. Like, I mean, you know, we have like the gym, for example, bro. One of the biggest things was that during this whole COVID thing that happened, that I noticed was that when people's discipline and motivation was shut down, was when they closed up all the gyms.
And they thought of something to do.
Right, and man, you couldn't even find a dumbbell anywhere, bro. Everybody was buying dumbbells and
I know,
you know to exercise at home.
Yeah.
But people were like, you know, they were like wanting the gyms to reopen, including myself,
badly.
man. Right, and now that my gym is open downstairs, man, I'm motivated to get on that treadmill, man.
Right.
And if you think about it, that treadmill, it's a piece of technology that we use in order to stay healthy, right? So we use technology. There's no doubt in that. You know,
Right.
people use their phones, their apps. You know, people that go jogging and stuff. Now they have an app that tracks how long you've been running.
How many steps?
How many
and stuff,
steps?
yeah.
Then you get into like a scoring board where you can compete with other people that are on that app
Online.
and that keeps you motivated. You know what I
Right,
mean? Because
yeah.
you're like, I want to do what that guy did.
Yeah.
You know. Also, you got Instagram, Facebook, all these social media outlets where people are posting pictures of them having an amazing time, bro. Right? I'm an addict. I swear, bro. Every morning I open up. What do I see? Instagram, Facebook. A lot of my friends have told me, man, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Stop doing that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Because it's not good for you. And it's true. When I'm on vacation, I don't do it, bro. I do not do it.
Turn it off.
I turn it off. But sometimes it motivates me, man, when I see those people like on a
Doing
yacht or
something
exercising.
that you wish you were doing.
Right? And I'm like, man, I want to do that too. Now you can take that to another level where people actually like have some envy issues, right? Envious issues, or they go into depression because they're not doing it. You know, they're not doing what they see. But you know what? Yes, you can. You can do it.
Well, we're prime example because we love who? Joe Rogan.
Right. Yeah.
And we look at him and we're like, man, wish we could be like him, you know, doing what he's doing. And
Well,
now
he
we're
is the
doing
king
it.
of podcasts,
He
man.
is.
And now we're doing it. He
Yeah, we're
motivated
doing
us
it.
to do
He
it.
totally motivated us.
So motivation is out there, man.
Yeah.
For
It's the
everybody.
key.
Yeah. You have to, and you have to look at all the positive things. And the things that you can reach, hey, you know what? Yeah.
You can still try.
You can try. Maybe one day hope that you will. But
Yeah.
hey, if you can't, it's okay.
Well, Steve
You know?
Harvey had a great thing he said. He said that it's like jumping off a cliff with a parachute. Sometimes a parachute will open, sometimes it'll open halfway, but once it opens all the way, It's beautiful.
There you go. There you go.
Because you get to be in the air and you get to land on your feet.
And that's one thing that I recommend for everybody to try once in their lifetime, man. Go skydiving.
No way, Jose.
Skydiving is good, man.
No
All right.
way,
So that
Jose.
concludes our episode of the discipline versus motivation, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching again. And hey, leave us a comment if you guys.
Yeah. And subscribe. Thumbs up. We need
Peace.
you.